Alright, I'm sitting on the oil rig in the dark, so I'm going to hit ready to fly. My floats seem to be out right now, which doesn't make any sense, but maybe it's for safety reasons. So I'm ready to fly, but what I want to do is change my time of day so you can see what's going on. So we'll change the time of day because right now it would be nighttime. So I'm going to just roll that over. And I'm going to go a couple of clouds. Let's go scattered clouds. Like that. It gives you a really nice view. And we'll give it a little bit of wind, but not a lot. Let's say it's 11 knots. There we go. And I want to see where that other oil rig is. I can see it way over there in the distance. You can see that in the distance. Now with Tobii Eye Tracker 5, it's a great program. I can actually just go back and hit maps. And with Tobii Eye Tracker 5, I can just look outside the aircraft. Now I can't see that other oil rig in the map, so I think I'll just fly to it and see what happens. Acknowledge my floats are out. Why my floats are out, I don't friggin' know. I'd like to blow them up, but for the flight, I think I may just leave them out. I know there's a way of undeploying your floats. I'm trying to remember where that is. So just hit that. It used to be down here. Oh, there it is. Repack floats. There we go. Fill floats, repack floats. So the floats are now repacked. So I don't know if you saw that guy run out and take all the air out of them, but he did. So just repacking the floats. I want to bring the map up, and for some reason it's not showing me the map. Is it me? Am I stupid? Probably. Maps and whatever. Yeah, that's... Oh, there we go. I had to get rid of the settings screen. So this is the flight bag here. The AFB. Oh, so in here I want to have my floats on auto, which it is. I really don't need any anti-collision stuff on, so I'm going to turn off the anti-collision. Is it off? Is it on now? I'm going to mute it so it doesn't annoy me. And I'm also going to turn my map on because I just don't like having the aircraft in that configuration. So there's my map. And check my pedals, all good. Check my stick. Everything's good, so I think we should just take off and fly towards that. Oh, and everything else is fine. My batteries are on, my generators are on. I'm in flight mode right now, and not in idle mode. If you look up here, chip burning, chip detection, so that's in your gearbox. If your gears are throwing chips because there's a damaged gear, you have a chip detector in there, it'll give you a warning. So my flight management system 1 and 2 is on, my radar altimeters are on, everything seems to be fine, so don't need to worry about the lights and the lighting. My rotor brake is off, wouldn't be good. And my co-pilot is, her name's Josie. My co-pilot, his name's Josie. I picked that name for a certain reason. So I've got a caution here, I'm not sure what that is. Floats. Oh no, it's just telling me my HTAS is, that's my terrain warning system is muted. That's what it's telling me. So that's fine. So let's look outside the aircraft for a second. There it is there. That's the H160. It's a beautiful aircraft. There's the tail rotor drive. There's the engines and the cowlings up there. It's a 5-blade blade rotor. And there's all the passengers. And there's the oil rig. They do a great job modeling these oil rigs. Now, can I land on the other oil rig? That's the question. If I can't, I'm going to continue flying. If I fail, I fail. So I don't like videos where they edit the damn thing till the guy actually lands. I'm going to fail if I have to fail. So let's just take off here nicely. And the other oil rig is right there. So we'll fly towards that oil rig. I'll bring it up to probably 120 knots. So I can get some speed. We don't have to spend all day trying to fly. So if I look outside of the aircraft, my landing gear is down, so or up. So I want to bring the landing gear up. Actually, it's down right now. So I press a button that I've mapped over here, and that should bring it up. And there we go. You see it folding in, and there it is folding in. I'm going to jump back in the aircraft and look what I'm doing here. So I'll bring that landing gear down again after when I get close. So the trick here is when you're landing is to land into the wind. You don't want to land with the wind, and you don't want a side wind, or you try to avoid a side wind. Now, a good helicopter pilot can probably land wherever the wind is, as long as it's not too many knots. There's not too many knots. There's humor there. Ha 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 ha. I'm trying to see if that little joystick is making me float again. So I'm going to go see which way the windsock is actually going here. And I might make this a separate video here. So I'm flying towards the oil rig here. I'm going to slow the aircraft down. I was at 140 knots almost. And I'm going to fold the flight bag in here, just so it doesn't get in my way. Now I'm hoping there's a landing pad with this oil rig. Now you can tell which way the wind's blowing by which way the waves are going as well. And if it's not windy out, then you don't have to worry. But if it's windy, you can see which way the waves are rolling. In this simulator, they'll roll in the direction of the wind. So I'm going to lower my landing gear in a second, as soon as I find out where that landing pad is.
Check power.
It just told me to check power. In a minute it says that, I give it some power. Because if you don't, you're going to get yourself in trouble. So now I get a little bit of rudder to bring my aircraft around. So now I'm running 3 screens here, so I can see on the side where I am. But when I videotape this, you can't see. So I don't know if there is a landing pad in this rig. Oh, there it is on top. Look at that. It's a huge landing pad. So let me bring down the landing gear down. Press this button right here. And that should lower the landing gear. And I'm going to disregard the wind direction. I'm a bad boy. And see if I can creep this thing in. Now, when I started learning how to fly these things years and years ago, I crashed a lot. Because it's a helicopter, it's way more difficult to fly than an aircraft. Don't let those pilots tell you anything different. But my friend Peter would totally agree with me, but my friend Bill would disagree because he's a fighter pilot. So I think a fighter pilot's probably a different kind of pilot, a different beast of pilot than your average pilot. Those guys go through quite exhaustive training to learn how to fly a fighter jet. And Bill flies an F-18, and Peter flies pretty much any aircraft, any helicopter. He's been a chopper pilot his whole career. Really good guy. I've worked with those 2 guys over the years. They just think I'm a management guy with a simulator, and they're not wrong. So there's the H. I'm coming in nice and easy. Just trying to not be overly aggressive. Pull the nose up a bit. Bring the aircraft down, and see if I can land it on the button. There we go. Now let's see if I got on the H. Well, I think that's a win. That's close enough. So there we go. That was a landing on the helicopter pad. I brought it in nicely, and there were no issues at all. So I'll take off without looking, because this is not a good way of doing it, but I'm going to do it anyway. And there you go. That's the aircraft taking off. And that is the flight for today. Let's see if the airbags deploy. they deployed, but I crashed. And there's the airbags deployed on the aircraft. That's a great visual. I think I'll use this for my video. Yeah, right there. That's excellent. All right, so that's it. So I'm JD. Well, thanks for watching this crazy flying today, and I'll catch you next time. Cheers.